my name's Jason, and I came across FasterEFT basically through different, emails, subscriptions, and I started doing it probably about a year ago. Not so much, but I noticed that when I was tapping on with FasterEFT, something was just leaving me. The stresses or whatever, it was just gone to a nice space. And so when this email came, I took the opportunity to come here. When I first got here, I didn't really feel like I had anything to say. I know I had something, definitely. There was something there, but I didn't know what it was until certain people started getting up, and I suppose, with their memories, it was helping me remember things, and it's been amazing, really. I mean, the first day I was just sort of, listening and tapping, and then that night time a few things came up about my mother, about my brother, different things, and the next day there was other people's memories which brought one up, especially yesterday with Hugh about, his divorce and his kids and things. And I went home and I cried in the car from here all the way back. Then I was laughing and I was crying, and like choking feeling here, and it was guilt, this guilt. And I think last night I made peace with it, and one of the things he talks about, and I made peace with guilt. And last night, for the first time in a long time, I sat there. We live in a small farm, and just felt great. No voice, just in the zone. It was just, for about 2 hours. And all night, had a great sleep, woke up this morning still with that feeling of that peacefulness, like, thank God for that. I know there's still many more things to come up, and and it's interested for me now to dig deep and get a few more things out, to be honest. So. And
do you feel able to keep going with the tapping?
Yeah. Yeah. Even though I've not been tapped on by Robert. I mean, you can still feel memories of other people's events. You can relate to them. So it was a big help for me, because, like I say, I came here and I thought, well, there's nothing wrong with me, but really and truthfully, I wouldn't be here if there was nothing wrong with me. So
even without being tapped on yourself, you found that other people's experiences have triggered you.
Yeah.
And you're tapping as you're watching Robert tap on them.
Following along and just, just relating my event, but doing the same tapping, with the words from Robert. So definitely helps.
And are you finding relief within the seminar time as you're tapping?
Yeah. I mean, by the end of the first day, I was so relaxed from tapping. I was like, God, I'm feeling okay. I'm feeling great, really. But it was the next day when it started to come out, and a stiff neck and creeping up, and one guy had a pain in his back, and I sort of instantly felt it. So there was many things to relate to with people with that opened me up. So I'm very pleased with it.
And what do you think about the presentation style, Robert's style of doing this?
Good. I think it's good. It's down to earth. It's understandable. He has a laugh, which makes it, not so formal, which is nice. So it's you get to know people, and you have a laugh, and he doesn't care what he says, which I also like. You don't give a.
Would you like to say that again?
No, it's not plastered all over YouTube.
And you feel able now to tap on yourself?
Definitely, yeah, definitely.
And do you think it's important to have a community around this, where you can tap with other people too?
Absolutely, because I've been suffering with guilt for a long time. I didn't know why, and I'm a type. I was brought up. Don't snivel. No misery. Don't show your feelings. That kind of thing. Stop your whinging, stop your crying, or whatever. And it's good because people definitely work together better. It helps, definitely. Even though last night I was on my own when I was tapping, I felt as if I wasn't on my own. We've been in this atmosphere with the people and everybody's so friendly, and we've all got the same old shit in the barrel, We're all in the same.
All here for a reason.
Yeah. So it was.
So have you tried any other kind of processes before?
I've done some EFT, but only online, just tapping along with Brad Yates, and I found that very good. But it wasn't a fast like FasterEFT. That's why it's called FasterEFT. But it was a process that sort of came out a little bit later. Things were different, you know, where I was before I was tapping on, let's say, resistance, you know, I was resisting this push pull, and then I started doing it, and then the same events, the same circumstances I was faced with, they were just effortless, really. And then when I stopped doing it, then I noticed it was back again.
And what did you notice with FasterEFT?
With FasterEFT, it just says it's for itself. You know, I've had a few problems in the family, like my mother passing away, different things, with an alcoholic brother, and he really pisses me off. He can really get to me, you know. Yeah. That's one, the anger of my brother. But I have to say that it's nowhere near what it was before I started. You know, there's been times when I've picked him up, chucked him over a wall, that kind of anger, you know, this bullshitting me, and of course you take it on board, you know, and you get wound up. And with that, I used to just go away from him and do it, think about him, raise it, tap it, a little bit still there, do it again, until I was into that space where, thank God for that, you know, he's gone. But now, from being here, I learned more that you have to go through that space, you know, and make a nice memory with it and things. So that's something I've picked up, yeah, the flip. I didn't know, you know, really. I mean, I'm not a practitioner, I've only done it a little bit on myself. So, yeah, that was good information for me, because it still keeps reoccurring, so there must be something I'm not finishing off, you know.
Is there anything else you'd like to say about the week, or how you'd like it? Anything else that would be
anything I'd like to say? Well, really, I just hope that it just keeps spreading, because we've all got the issues, you know, all of us. And I know, I've felt it. There's definitely a place when you can get rid of all that shit in your head. You come to a really nice place, and I think that's who we really are, to be honest, you know. And I've been fortunate enough to experience that. And it went away for a while, but didn't really go anywhere. It was here all the time. You know, with yesterday, I was sitting in the place, and I came here on the hoping that I would be able to get back to that thoughtless state when you just ignore what's going on in your head quite easily. You know, you can just observe and witness, and everything's great, and so it definitely brought me to that.
And you can change what's in your head now too.
Yeah. You can change the movie, yeah. So, yeah, I'm very pleased. But I've still got, you know, still some things. I probably wasn't really brave enough to get up there. I felt like taking a back seat and someone else is more important, you know. I mean, people with severe trauma has been beaten as children. I was lucky. I've been.
Maybe I can get up.
Yeah. No, I was lucky enough, you know. Okay, we wasn't beaten, but peace. Mental pain can just be as bad as physical pain. And you know, I lived with a mum, bless her. She was a great mum, but she was conditioned the same. And what there's certain things Robert says, like, you know, you can love your parents without acting like them. So, oh my God, I'm my mother. You know, fuck shit. Yeah. But I could feel that. I could relate to that. There was many things he dropped, you know, and I quickly write it down and think, that is so true. Sometimes I go into this drama, and then I think, what the fuck are you doing? You're acting like your mum, and you're doing it, you know, like unconsciously, if you know what I mean, with my son or whatever. So that was good. Yeah, because they were great parents. They did their best, you know, but my mother had her mental issues, which she took to the grave, which killed her, really. I know it did. And I'm not doing that. I came in clean, I'm going out clean. Believe me. I'm getting rid of everything. I'm getting rid of everything, really. Yeah, so thank you very much.
That's
too.
Wonderful. You know. Thank you so much for this.
That's all right.
That's great.